What's going on, EasyAgentProers? There are a lot of things that real estate agents can do to grow their business. However, a lot of times it can seem like there are so many things to do, especially if you're a solo agent out there, that some things fall by the wayside and you kind of start blurring the lines between what's important and what's not. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 things that real estate agents should be doing every single day to grow their business. So let's get right into the video. And the very first thing, no matter what all real estate agents should be doing every single day is doing some sort of lead generating. And no matter what, if you don't do anything else as a real estate agent every single day, the number one thing you should be doing is that, because without generating leads, you're not going to have a business down the line. Even if you are swamped with business right now, if you have, 10, 15 properties under contract right now, if you have 10 buyers that are looking to buy right now, and you have no time to do just about anything else, you should be doing some sort of lead generating. If you don't have time to be cold calling or door knocking out there, then be setting up some sort of Google AdWords or Facebook ads or some type of online lead generating where you don't have to be doing the lead generating. It can be working for you in the background while you're doing other forms of growing your business. And if you don't have the money to be doing, Facebook ads or Google ads or anything like that, there's always cold calling to expireds or for sale by owners. There's door knocking, circle prospecting, speaking to people in your sphere of influence. There are always ways to generate leads. It's just a matter of you going out there and actually doing them and figuring out what works best for you and you doing it. The next thing that you should be doing to every single day as a real estate agent is following up with the leads and people that are inside of your database. Now, there's no reason for you to have any sort of database or have any sort of CRM if you're not going to follow up with these people. And I know for myself, one way that I force myself to follow up with people inside of my database and CRM is that I put a price tag on every single one of them. So say in your market that every single transaction that you do is going to yield you, say, $5,000 after taxes and your split with your brokers or whatever else. Say you're going to get $5,000 from this sale. If every person inside of your database, say you have a very low conversion rate of 1%. For every 100 people that comes into your database, one of those people is going to be a sale. So that's $50 per person. So if you aren't making those calls to these people, if you aren't reaching out to these people, you're pretty much throwing away $50 every single day. If you look at it that way, it motivates me to make these calls out to these people and to reach out to them, the people inside of my database. The next thing that every real estate agent should be doing every day is some sort of self-development or some type of learning. Now, I know for myself, this is part of my morning routine, and I schedule 15 to 30 minutes every single day, depending on how busy that day is, where I'm going to be either listening to a podcast, listening to an audiobook, doing a little bit of actual reading itself. Now, this isn't even including all the time that I'm spending in the car, where I'm, driving back and forth to properties, driving back and forth to offices, Starbucks, all these different types of places. All these times where I'm in the car, I could be knocking out an audiobook or a podcast or listening to a YouTube video while it's, sitting off on the side and getting the information that way. I'm always doing some type of learning and always doing some type of self-development, because you never know what is going to be that one thing that's going to take your business to the next level. And you always have to be prepared to find that one thing and always be looking for that one thing every single day, because you never want to be stagnant inside of your business. You don't want to be that old agent that is, swearing that, bus benches and billboards are still working, when realistically these days you could be spending a fraction of the amount of money and get exponential more leads. And so using that as an example, you always want to be doing some type of learning and bettering yourself and your business. Following up with that, something else that real estate agents should be doing every single day is some sort of practicing of your scripts and your presentations. Now, this goes along for if you're going to be calling expires or for sale by owners or circle prospecting. You should have scripts that you're going to be using to reach out to these people so that you're able to start building a conversation and building a rapport with them. I know me, for myself, I don't memorize any of my scripts. I don't want to come off like a robot, and I want to build that actual personal connection with people. However, I practice my scripts every single day so that I know exactly what questions I have to ask. I have to know what statements I have to make and able to elicit a certain response in somebody. I know what objection handlers I need to use. So whenever somebody comes at me with a question about commission or a question about or about being caught up inside of a contract, I always have some sort of objection handler for that, and I know them off the back of my head, so I don't have to regurgitate them word for word, but I can use the rapport that I've built with these people and able to use these objection handlers and able to incorporate it into the actual conversation, and it's not some canned response. It's actually something that's personal. And the same thing with my listing presentations and my buyer presentations. When I'm working with a buyer or a seller, I don't work off of a complete script of my buyer presentations and my listing presentation. I did a listing presentation over the weekend where I didn't even have to open up my computer and look at my PowerPoint presentation that I usually am showing the buyer and the seller while I'm having a conversation with them. We had built up such a rapport by the time that after walking through the house and talking about everything as far as the house goes, we had built up such a rapport. I didn't even have to go through with all of that. We just had a conversation, and because I knew my listing presentation after going through it so many times, I was able to hit the main points that I needed to hit. I was able to get that seller to sign off, and so I can have that listing under my belt without ever having to go through the formalities and make it seem like a scripted, boring presentation like every other real estate agent might actually be doing, that's having to go line by line by line by line. And finally, the last thing you should be doing is taking a little bit of time every single day to do something for yourself and to actually recharge. Now, this could be something like, going to the gym, or, spending a few minutes watching a video like this, or reading a book, or, playing a video game for 10-15 minutes, whatever it is that you actually like to do. Schedule a little bit of time into your day every single day so that you're able to recharge and you're not going to get burnt out doing all of the same monotonous things every single day that you don't like to do. You're being forced to be on the phone for hours every single day and look at your analytics if you're on your online ads and all these things, talking to people that are going to be telling you to F off, and dealing with all these people that don't necessarily want to deal with you. You need to have some time to actually recharge and to relax your mind so that you're not going to be stressed out and going crazy in this business, which a lot of people can do if you're not being careful to take some time to take care of yourself. Now, if you have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below. We'll be down there answering all questions. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a like. It helps the channel to grow and lets us know you enjoy these types of videos. If you're new, be sure to subscribe so you're not missing out on any new content we put out. My name is Michael Hicks. I'll see you in the next one.